Oh! Okay, so welcome back to the nest. Welcome back to another movie review for the cheese and the cheese and the crackers has produced us. Tonight's movie is actually going to be a musical. It is Oklahoma from 1955. You know, we're still in the year 1955. I've got one more for that year, but anyway, this is Oklahoma. I gotta say, I did really enjoy this film, but one problem I did have with it was first of all, there were a wee bit too many musical numbers. You know, some musicals, I would say, where it doesn't have to be too much and it doesn't have to be too little, have a moderate amount of songs in it. Like The Wizard of Oz, it didn't have too many songs, but there was a lot more talking. But in Oklahoma, it was like every 10 minutes there was talking, and then for the next good few minutes, it was just singing about, the story is about, a beautiful young girl named Laurey, and she is that how you say it, Laurey? Laurey? No, Laura? Laurey? Yeah, Laurey. And her, everyone is attending this dance, but the problem is, there are two men who love her at the same time. The handsome Curly, and the most intimidating guy called Judd Fry. I gotta say, I actually did enjoy Curly a wee bit more. He actually proved on several occasions that he loved her. And he didn't lie about it once, that he was just having a joke, asking her along to the dance, when really he was just trying to make her jealous all along. I didn't really like Judd because Curly kind of reminds me of that guy. I can't remember his name, but that guy who fought for that beautiful girl in The Adventures of Ichabod and Mr. Toad, in the Sleepy Hollow segment. I guess because Laurey is a very, very beautiful girl. I actually found out that was the actress's film debut. But yeah, Judd, he's just a wicked, wicked man. I like how in that in her intoxicated blackout after sniffing that elixir. She actually picked Curly in the end because he's a way more of a nice man, and he's very funny too. You're sitting on the stove. Oh, it's as cold as ice, Laurey. Oh, thank God for that, Curly. You like a man who's sharp-witted and funny. You gotta have that. Just to. I wouldn't want to. If I was a girl, I wouldn't want to be married to someone like him. Like he was basically just sitting in his shack, and he just said nothing, just mumbled a couple of times. I did like how there was some humour included in the play. I did feel like the sequence of Laurey dancing while being intoxicated from that elixir, when she was picking between Curly and Judd, I felt that was a wee bit too long. Like it could have just lasted about 5 minutes, but no, it lasted for about 15 maybe. I don't know, I wasn't really timing it, but I do know the film is about 2 hours and 50 minutes long, but I wasn't really timing that segment. I really wish they make an elixir for the real world, We could sniff that and we could go into a world of our own where we would find who the right person for us is, Sadly that's not the case. I like the character of Ada Wenny. I actually found out that the girl who played Ada Wenny was actually tone deaf, and she sang without dubbing, and all the recordings in the song, they were just simply edited over her because she was tone deaf, and that's what they did for her. I found out that this movie is actually set around 1907, like whenever America was owned by the Union, and instead of being filmed in the actual Oklahoma, it was actually filmed in Arizona, because they just couldn't find enough rural parts in Oklahoma, because I do know that there was only a train station, Ed Deller's house, and the place where they held that wee party. I really loved how the bits, Curly would go to great lengths, that just shows, he actually grew as a character. He protected Laurey, and he defended her whenever she needed it. He was a man, more of a man than Judd ever was. I do feel sorry for Ada Wenny though, because she's caught the eye of that Persian man Ali, and Will Parker, of course. But I do have to say, I think Ali would have been a lot more better for Adewani, because he's just immature. Let me show you how we say goodbye in Oklahoma. Like, he's a wee bit too forward. Ali, I feel sorry for him because he's a peddler. He doesn't really have that much. He's a character to sympathise with. I really loved hearing his background. I've got a brother who had 6 wives all at once. My other brother, he's a bachelor though. I don't even know if Persia's still a country. I have heard of it before, but I don't know. I really enjoyed seeing the wee part that they had. It actually proved that Curly is a great man. It had its musical sequences where everyone would just get along together. I actually found out that the man who played Adewani's father was actually 2 years older than the actress. Imagine that. I do know that does happen often in some movies and TV shows, but I guess people can't really tell nowadays. I love how John, just absolutely went full on psycho. In the end, he set the hay bale on fire. I honestly thought like she was gonna get killed, that like the two of them were gonna get killed, but he jumped on John and killed him in self-defense. I guess that's something that's allowed sometimes. In a film like that. If he's gonna kill you, then fine. It's only if it's a last resort. I like how they had a wee small trial where he was found not guilty in the end. Wait, verdict. Not guilty. Now go on, have your honeymoon. I really want to know what became of Laurey and Curly's marriage afterwards. I do feel sorry for Ali though, because he did marry that girl. What was her name? Gertie or something? Yeah, Gertie. But he only married her because he was staring at the moonlight through the barrel of her father's shotgun. That's just so pessimistic for him. He did find someone, but it was forced upon him. Now someone's father, and Will Parker did manage to get the money for Adewani's father, but he just wasn't happy in the end. Adewani wasn't happy. Ali wasn't happy, but the only person who was happy was Gertie. I don't know. Maybe someday they'll work something out. They realise that they were all wrong. I do have to say, I really love the setting of Oklahoma. It's just a beautiful prairie environment, and the lake that Laurey was swimming in for a wee bit. I really enjoy. I just love the wilderness and stuff like that, especially during the year 1907. I do like seeing America the way it was back in those days. Like, the desert and the fashion of people and, what they got up to, poker. It's just amazing what it was like back in those days. It's such a shame they didn't actually get to film it in Oklahoma, because that would have been a massive coincidence, but they just did what they had to and just filmed in the lovely state of Arizona, which is just as beautiful. Like I said, I did really enjoy this movie, but just a wee bit too many musicals numbers. And I found the dance sequence for the election was a wee bit too long. Like, even Disney doesn't do that long of songs. But I will say, in the next review, it is going to be another musical. I'm not telling you what it is. You'll find out in the next review, which will hopefully be up on Monday. No, sorry, today's Monday. Wednesday afternoon. It's a big surprise to what it is. I'm sure it's something you guys are all familiar with. I guess we're going to get our first big actor in the movie. I know it's going to be an actor which I guess everyone's familiar with. I've heard of him. It's going to be good to see how he gets on in this movie. But I want to thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to leave a like and put on a comment of what you want to see next. And don't forget to subscribe. Like, I was really happy to see, The Lady and the Tramp review got so many views. Let's keep it up, guys. I really want to see this channel build up from the ground, and it's just great support I'm getting for this YouTube channel. So thank you all so much for watching. I'll see you guys in the next video. Take care of yourselves and have a good Christmas.